Okay, part four. Part four, transformations. Again, using no calculator. So we're gonna do the domain and range. It's always best to start with the parent function, and every parent function, these are all exponentials, will have three key points. The key points are gonna be for every single one of these, right? It's gonna be -1, 1 over a, 0, 1, and then 1, a. And depending on what your a is, in this case, is going to be 2, right? This is your a. So you just plug in 2 for a. And this will tell you the parent function. So -1, 1 over 2. Zero comma 1, that's the critical point, right? That's if there's going to be a vertical reflection, it'll be about that point. And right now, it just so happens that it's on the y-axis. It's not always the y-axis, specifically if it rotates or translates left and right. Okay, so here are three critical points. Right, this would be the parent function. Now, those points are going to move because of this x plus 5 business. It's x plus 5, so this means it's going to shift left 5 units. Everything's going to shift left 5 units. So that's what it's going to look like. And also, the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0. Right? If there's no vertical shift, it's always y equals 0. So the critical points, 3 of them, and then the horizontal asymptote. So domain and range, domain, all real numbers, always. And the range is from the horizontal asymptote towards infinity. So 0, not including it, to infinity, positive. All right. I'll leave the points in the side. So, all right. So here, there's definitely more things happening. So you could think of a as -2. Right? If a is -2, then we use our critical points with this. So this would be so this is going to be -1, 1 over -2. So let's think about that for just a moment. The parent function for just 2 to the x looks like this. Okay. So so I'm not even looking at the +2 part. I'm just looking at -2 to the x. It's going to basically reflect all these points down. Right, it reflects it across the x-axis because of this negative right here. All right. Now, all these points are going to shift up 2 because of the +2. So that means that the horizontal asymptote is going to be at +2. So that's the horizontal asymptote. And all the black points are going to shift up 2. So I'll erase these. Okay. So the domain is all real numbers. The range is from the horizontal asymptote and then down towards negative infinity. So negative infinity has to come first and then up to 2, not including it. All right, number 3. Again, the parent function, the 3 critical points. Those are the 3 critical points. Now those points are going to shift right 2 and up 2. And the horizontal asymptote is going to be through y equals 4. So again, right 2, up 2. Or right 2, up 4. All right, there's the first one. Second dot, critical point, technically. Okay. And the domain and range. So domain, all real numbers, always. And range is going to be from the horizontal asymptote towards infinity, right up. So 4, parentheses, because we don't include it, towards infinity. All right, number 4. Starting with the critical points. And now these are just going to be shifted down 3 because of the -3, or the -3 rather. That's where the horizontal asymptote is going to go. So all these points move down 3. Domains all real numbers. And the range is from the horizontal asymptote towards infinity. All right, number 5. Critical points. It's always step 1. And now we move them. So this is going to go right 1, down 3. So right 1, down 3. So the horizontal asymptote is going to be at -3. All right, moving the points. So right 1, down 3. Domain is all real numbers. Ranges from the horizontal asymptote towards infinity. All right, number 6. So let's think about this for a moment. So I know it's going to be shifted to the left 1, and then up 7. And then the negative in front is going to reflect it down across the horizontal asymptote. So let's start with the horizontal asymptote. That's going to be at 7. Okay. Then if we look at the critical points of the parent function, these are going to be shifted up 7 and to the left 1, but reflected down. So left 1 and then up 7. And then reflected down. So left 1, up 7, but then reflected down. You kind of see where this is going. So notice this one is 2 above the horizontal asymptote. So we need to go 2 below the horizontal asymptote. All right. Domain, all real numbers. And the range is going to be from the horizontal asymptote down. In other words, from negative infinity up to the horizontal asymptote.